Hey everybody, I just want to show you a few of the things I've got going on as I'm moving into Mona. And I want to show you the top of my refrigerator. I had this space and I already knew what I wanted to do with it, but I want to show you what I've got going on so far. This video is brought to you by Nomad Internet. Check out nomadinternet.com and use discount code CrystalVanner25. Please be reminded that this channel does not produce content for children. Okay, so behind me, I have the top of my refrigerator, which probably normally, maybe, I don't know, that would be a microwave. But I didn't have a microwave there, even though I do have an outlet there and I have a 12-volt socket there. So I'm thinking maybe at some point a microwave was there. Don't know. I don't see any evidence of one having been there, but maybe that was an optional thing that would have been put there. I already knew that I wanted to have my bookcase there and my incense and candles there. So I want to show you what other little surprise I put there. Okay, so as you can see, I do have my book crates there. Those are the Dollar Tree crates. Now, I had those in the rental house on my headboard. Don't know if you realize that, but I'm using as much stuff that I already had to keep the budget low. I am pretty much right at my $500 budget, probably a little bit above it, but I'm trying my best to stay as close to it as possible. I did have to buy some smaller containers at Walmart the other day, so that kind of took me over my budget, and then the couch reupholstery as well. So these I already had. I love these Dollar Tree crates. They can be hard to find in black, and I usually see them in clear or a whitish color, but black is usually kind of hard to find. So I already had these, so it was perfect. So I'm putting them to good use. They are drilled into the wall, so they're not going anywhere. I drilled them into the back wall there. And all my books are there. As you can see, I have no room to grow when it comes to books. I am pretty much done. So I'm going to need to read a couple of these books that I don't plan on keeping probably. I know there's 2 that I want to read and pass on to someone else. Maybe 3. So that I can add books that I know I want to keep, because I do have a few books that I know I want to buy and keep. This last one, which is my incense, my shell, my candles. Well, I have a couple of small candles down there, but I do need another shelf here for the bigger candles, the Yankee candles. So I'm going to have to get some kind of a shallow tray that's maybe half the size of these, because I want it to be just below those for my candles, for storing those. This is a non-working that I've made into a working little lantern / fireplace. It came with a bottom on it, this bottom. This is the motor, and it has little foil twirling arms, and it had glass in the front, which broke. And the lights bounce off of the foil, or supposed to anyway, bounce off of the foil. These lights down here bounce off the foil and make it look like a roaring fire. And it's like yellow-orange color. But the motor doesn't work anymore. Like I said, the glass was broken in the front. But instead of throwing it away, I'm using it with no glass. And what I did is I took a string of lights that has a remote in the multicolors. And I'm just using it that way. So I use small L brackets to bracket it down to the countertop. I put the lights in a clear container inside of, in the underneath, because the bottom is gone, in the underneath. Just a clear plastic, small little container about that big. I just took the lights, kind of rolled them up and stuck them in there and shoved it there. This string goes all the way through, and it is sitting on one of my power packs. That way I'm not drawing any power from the starter battery. And I don't have my solar set up yet, so I didn't want to run it on the solar system, but I could if I wanted to. But I don't want to. I think this is just for ambiance. This is nothing, no big deal. I can just keep this power pack charged when I want to use it. And I have a couple of these, so I can always just throw whatever one in there, plug in the light, use the remote, Bam Bam Boozy, nice ambiance in the evening time. I am going to put some Velcro on the back of this, and I'm probably going to Velcro it to the back of this so I can grab it and go when I want to use it. Maybe use it as a night light at night if it's really dark somewhere where I'm camped, you know, just to get back and forth to the bathroom, just to be able to see. And it doesn't have to move. I can let it stay steadily one color, like red, solid green, solid blue, and then all these different little variations, which honestly, they're not that varied. They really aren't so varied. Now, this is the sensor, so I have to make sure the remote is pointing this way. I can't point it directly in front of here. Well, I guess if I stood back, I could maybe. But the variations aren't that big as they are showing here. So I usually just stay for the top row, which is the solid colors. Solid red, solid green, solid blue, or I put it on one of these flash or strobes. So flash and smooth kind of look the same to me. I guess flash is just slightly faster, maybe. I'm not sure. And then strobe and fade kind of look the same to me as well. You know, it wasn't a really expensive set of lights. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this was a gift for my wish list from a VanLife family member. If that was you, thank you very much. So I hope you are enjoying the slow move-in and slow reno to Mona. I don't really like calling it a renovation because I'm not gutting her and actually renovating. I am prepping her for my taste to live in. So I hope you've been enjoying the process. I know I enjoy it because I love straightening. I love organizing. So this has been a really, really fun transition for me. I honestly am seeing that I have way too much stuff, even though I don't really have a lot of stuff. But even still, I feel like I have less room in Mona than I did in my other vans, which is really, really weird. But I have to remember that I don't have that underbed storage. I've got to use that loft as that storage that I would normally have put the containers under the bed in. They've all got to go up there. Doesn't make them as accessible. However, it is what it is. I just want to thank the channel partners. You guys know who you are. Love you so much. Without you guys, these videos would not be getting done. And don't forget, the VanLife family has its own social community. Go over there, join us, post, comment, and ask questions. Be good to yourself, be kind to others, and whatever you're doing, I hope you are enjoying it.